Hey everyone, it's Kylie Jenner. So, you know I'm all about fashion, right? But today we're diving into something even I never thought I'd get into: embeddings, clustering, and summarization. I mean, who knew? Here at Prompt Hub, we're taking a deep dive into an e-commerce women's clothing review dataset. And trust me, it's not just about which shade of nude is in this season. With the magic of OpenAI's GPT4 and ADA2, we're about to uncover what you all really think about fashion. We'll visualize the hottest trends and the major fashion faux pas. So, if you've ever wondered if the world shares your love for that sequin dress or those killer heels, stay tuned. And remember, it's not just fashion, it's data-driven fashion. Let's get glam with some graphs. MG, so I was checking out this code and it's totally giving me techie vibes. It's all about turning those fab e-commerce reviews into these things called embeddings. Now, if you're wondering, embeddings are like the DNA of text. They capture the essence of words and phrases, making it super easy to see which reviews are vibing together. And the best part? You can totally graph them based on their semantic meaning, kind of like plotting the hottest trends on a fashion runway. So imagine seeing which reviews are twinning and which are doing their own unique thing. So on brand for a digital makeover. All right, let's dive right into this code and see what magic it's working. First up, we're importing a bunch of libraries. Think of these as the essential tools in our makeup kit, but for data. We've got pandas and numpy for data manipulation, OpenAI to chat with our AI models, and a bunch of scikit-learn tools for clustering and visualization. Now we're loading our data set of women's clothing reviews. This data set, df_reviews, is like our canvas. It's stored in a CSV file, and we're making sure to transform the embedding column into a format we can work with. We took the dataset from Kaggle, and the link to it is in the description. Next, we're preparing our data. We're stacking up all the embeddings from our reviews into a matrix. Think of this as laying out all your eyeshadows on a palette. All right, here comes the fun part: clustering. We're trying to group our reviews based on their embeddings. It's like grouping eyeshadows based on their shades. We're testing a range of cluster numbers to find the perfect fit. For each number, we're calculating two scores: inertia and silhouette score. Inertia tells us how spread out the data within a cluster is. Lower is better here. Silhouette score, on the other hand, tells us how well separated our clusters are from each other. Closer to 1 is better. After this, we're plotting our results. This is like swatching our eyeshadows to see which ones pop. We're using the elbow method and silhouette score method to visualize our results. And guess what? The optimal number of clusters we found is 6. That's like finding out that 6 shades of eyeshadow are all you need for the perfect look. Now, with our optimal number of clusters, we're diving deeper. We're using k-means clustering to group our reviews. Then, we're using TSNE, a dimensionality reduction technique, to visualize our clusters in 2D. This is like taking our 3D makeup look and translating it into a flat Instagram photo. For each cluster, we're summarizing the main themes and trends of the reviews. We're asking our AI model to give us the tea on what customers are saying. And here's what we found. Cluster 0 is all about fit and expectation issues. Cluster 1 loves the flattering fit, but has some concerns about fabric quality. Cluster 2 is chatting about dress fitting and fabric quality. Cluster 3 is torn between style and quality. Cluster 4 is discussing sizing, inconsistencies, and versatility. And Cluster 5, they're all about sizing and versatility, but have some issues with material. After getting these insights, we're synthesizing an overall summary. This is like taking all our individual makeup products and creating a final cohesive look. We've got titles for each cluster and some key differences and similarities between them. Lastly, we're diving into some metrics to understand the quality of our clusters. We've got the silhouette score, inertia, Kolinsky-Harabas index, and Davies-Bouldin index. These metrics are like the final touches to our makeup look, ensuring everything is blended and set perfectly. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of our clustering results. I know numbers can be a bit intimidating, but trust me, they're just like reading the ingredients on the back of your favorite skincare product. Once you know what they mean, they give you so much insight. The silhouette score we got is 0.08. Now, this score ranges from -1 to 1. A score closer to 1 would mean our clusters are super distinct, like how a bold red lip stands out. But a score of 0.08, it's telling us that our clusters might be overlapping a bit, like when your eyeliner smudges. It's not the end of the world, but it's something to note. Next up, inertia. Our value is 2,377.28. Inertia is all about how spread out the reviews are within each cluster. It's like checking if all your lipsticks are of the same shade family or if there's a random green one in there. A lower inertia is better, meaning our reviews in each cluster are more similar to each other. But our value seems a bit high, suggesting there's some variation within our clusters. Now, the Kalinsky-Harabass index. Our score is a solid 984.32. This index is like the pigmentation of an eyeshadow. The higher the better. It tells us that our clusters are dense and well separated, which is great news. The Davies-Bouldin index is at 3.47. This one's a bit like checking if your foundation has oxidized. Lower scores are better, meaning our clusters are more distinct from each other. Our score suggests there might be some overlap, so maybe our clusters aren't as distinct as we'd like. So what can we do with all this information? Well, just like how you'd adjust your makeup technique based on feedback, a clothing company can use these insights to improve. They can focus on consistent sizing, pick better materials, and even engage with customers for design ideas. It's all about listening, adapting, and shining brighter. Let's dive deeper into what these clusters mean for an e-commerce clothing company, especially one catering to women. Think of each cluster as a unique shade of lipstick. Each one has its own vibe, its own strengths, and its own areas for improvement. Cluster 0, fit and expectation issues. This cluster is like that dress you order online, thinking it's going to be the perfect fit, but when it arrives, it's just off. The company needs to ensure that what customers see online matches what they get. This could mean better sizing guides, more accurate photos, or even virtual try-ons. It's all about setting the right expectations. Cluster 1, flattering fit but quality concerns. This one's like a gorgeous pair of heels that hurt after an hour. Customers love the fit, but there are concerns about the material's quality. The company should look into better fabric sourcing or quality checks. It's essential to ensure that the product doesn't just look good, but feels good and lasts long too. Cluster 2, dress fitting and fabric quality. This cluster is all about dresses. It's like finding the perfect little black dress, but wishing it was made of a slightly better material. The company should focus on ensuring that their dresses, a staple for many women, are of top-notch quality. This might mean investing in better fabrics or even getting feedback on popular dress designs. Cluster 3, style versus quality trade-off. Here, we have items that look fabulous but might not be the best quality. It's like a stunning eyeshadow palette where some shades are pigmented and others, not so much. The company should aim for consistency. Every item, whether it's a basic tee or a statement piece, should meet a quality standard. Cluster 4, sizing inconsistencies and versatility. This cluster reminds me of those jeans that fit perfectly on the hips but are too long or too short. The company should ensure consistent sizing across all products. Also, versatility is key. Women love pieces they can dress up or down, so offering styles that can transition from day to night or work to play would be a game changer. Cluster 5, sizing and versatility, but issues with material. This one's all about finding that versatile piece, like a classic white tee, but wishing it felt a bit softer or lasted longer. Again, material quality comes into play. The company should ensure that even their most versatile pieces don't compromise on quality. Now, looking at the key differences across clusters, it's clear that while some clusters appreciate certain aspects like a flattering fit or unique details, others highlight issues like fabric quality or fit discrepancies. It's like having a makeup collection where some products are your holy grails, and others, well, they need a bit of tweaking. On the flip side, the key similarities show us that certain issues like fabric quality and sizing are universal concerns. It's a clear sign that these are areas the company should prioritize. So what's the game plan for our hypothetical e-commerce clothing company? Consistent sizing. Just like how you'd want your foundation to match your skin tone perfectly, sizing needs to be consistent. This ensures customers know what they're getting every time they order. Quality materials. No one likes a lipstick that dries out their lips, right? Similarly, clothes should be made of materials that feel good and last long. Detailed descriptions. Think of this as the product description on the back of your skincare. Customers should know exactly what they're getting from fabric type to care instructions. Stylish designs, just like in makeup, trends come and go. The company should keep up with the latest styles, ensuring their customers always look on point. Accurate product photos. Ever bought a lipstick thinking it's nude but it turned out orange? Accurate product photos ensure that what customers see is what they get. Value for money. Just like snagging that high-quality makeup dupe at a fraction of the price, customers should feel they're getting their money's worth. In essence, it's all about listening to customer feedback, understanding their pain points, and continuously evolving. Just like how makeup trends change and evolve, so should the offerings of an e-commerce clothing company. And with these insights, they're well on their way to creating a brand that resonates with their audience. And there you have it. From raw data to insightful clusters, we've journeyed through the world of data science and clustering. If you found this walkthrough helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, whether it's makeup or data, it's all about finding the patterns and making them shine.